Monday, August 1st edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and had a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity across the region over the weekend. Now we're trending back toward drier weather, but the heat is going to be returning here over the next few days as well. And watching what's going on in the tropics, it sure looks like we're on the cusp of getting our next classified tropical system. I'll get into that here as today's edition of the video rolls along. Let's look at the radar this morning, and this is back during the 5 o'clock hour when I'm cutting this video, but you had some showers and storms, mainly just offshore the Carolinas, although there's been a couple of showers around Myrtle Beach and Wilmington this morning, also around the Outer Banks, and then you get into some showers and storms back into North Florida. That is ahead of a front which is now pushed south of the Piedmont zones of North Carolina and the upstate of South Carolina, and the result's going to be a dry forecast here and less humidity over the next couple of days. Here's the watch, warning, and advisory situation this morning. And all those peach-shaded counties, those are all heat-related products, either heat advisories or excessive heat warnings. That's just the crippling heat wave and drought continuing in a good chunk of the plains and into the Mississippi Valley. And take a look at these temperatures this morning. This deeper shade of red, that is temperatures 80 degree plus in places like Dallas, Fort Worth, toward Oklahoma City. A lot of 75 degree plus readings around that. Also, you're looking at Memphis with the temperature above 80 this morning. Dew point temperatures also quite elevated. This deeper shade of red right there, that's 70 degree plus dew points. That's a very muggy feeling air mass in place. But for our region, we'll see dropping dew point temperatures today, and it will be noticeably less humid as we get into this afternoon. This is the upper air chart, the core of the heat sitting back over the plains and the Ozarks. Meanwhile, a little bit of troughing here near the East Coast will keep our heat in check today. But we will see the ridging try to build back in here with time as this week unfolds, and certainly it'll be a hotter couple of days ahead as we get into tomorrow and Wednesday. Now for today, most Piedmont highs lower 90s. Again, noticeably less muggy. It'll be a dry forecast for most of the region until you get right along the coast. There'll be a couple showers and storms in that region. Tomorrow, pretty much dry for everybody, lots of sunshine. Still fairly low humidity, but the heat begins to build back up into the mid to even some upper 90s tomorrow. And then for Wednesday, I think it's upper 90s. And again, some of those traditionally hotter spots like Raleigh and Fayetteville will probably eclipse 100 Wednesday afternoon. Now on Thursday, a little better chance for a couple of afternoon storms. Same deal on Friday. And that high is still in the 90s, but probably backing down off of what we'll see tomorrow and Wednesday. So probably more on the order of maybe some mid to lower 90s for highs Thursday and then Friday. And then over the weekend, even a little better chance for some scattered storms. That's Saturday, and that is Sunday. Now that little area of low pressure, that is the next potential tropical system that the GFS is sniffing out. I did not put a satellite image of the developing system this morning, but it is looking much, much healthier. Let me give you some of the select model plots here for this. Now, the current location of this little tropical disturbance is right about here. And this is what the Canadian model does out at 144 hours. It actually puts this in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. That's one of the further west models you'll find this morning. The GFDL puts this in the northern Bahamas out there at 108 hours. As a tropical storm. This is the GFS, similar to the GFDL, out there at 159 hours in the northern Bahamas. Hurricane Wharf, a little stronger, probably a weak hurricane, taken verbatim, and this is approaching the southern and central Florida Atlantic coast out there at 126 hours. And finally, the NOGAPS model is over Florida with a weak system at 144 hours. So a lot of uncertainty here. Really, of course, a lot will depend on where exactly this tracks. If this winds up tracking over Hispaniola, it'll inevitably weaken. That's a very mountainous island. But if it stays just north of Hispaniola, it'll be stronger. So we'll see. Anywhere kind of within that this cone here, anywhere in that area is a possibility for the eventual track of this. And of course, we'll be keeping you completely up to date. Tropical updates for you on News 14 Carolina at 21 and 51 minutes past the hour. All right, that is it for today. Everybody have a great Monday, and God bless.